Fortnite Battle Royale.
Bro, you were playing Fortnite.
That's it. That's the intro. That's all I need to say. Fortnite is a game known for a lot of things, like big, sexy, shirtless men.
Smash.
But also for being the game that just has fucking everything in it. Name me another video game where Spider-Man, Darth Vader, and Dwight from The Office can all team up in a technically official capacity. If you can name it, chances are it's either in Fortnite or coming to Fortnite. Tim Sweeney is a ruthless man. However, because Fortnite is a game bound by the limits of the Unreal Engine-based player model, some characters have had to be altered to work as skins, for better or for worse. Usually for worse. Let's look at probably the most infamous example, Peter Griffin. Now, Peter is fat. He's fucking fat as fucking fuck. Too fat to work as a skin, in fact. So in order to get him in the game, they literally just slapped his head on a buff guy's body. This decision has been the topic of much discussion, many arguing both for and against it. On one hand, they really didn't need to do this. I mean, just look at the other Family Guy skins. But then again, the skin itself doesn't look that bad. I like the little trailer they did to explain this change in Peter's physique, and also, at least the design is lifted from an actual episode of the show. That being said, though, I would have preferred a fat Peter skin, I can't lie. Like, I'd take a Peter skin with Cleveland's build over the Peter we got. Concept art for the Peter skin leaked a while ago, and even though this does look very off compared to the actual character, I can't lie, I do prefer it. Just a little strange when other cartoon characters' Fortnite skins are like the best, most accurate 3D models they've ever gotten, and then Peter is this. Alright, that was a whole paragraph about Fortnite Peter Griffin. Let's move on, shall we? What about Jake and Cake? There are two main ways Fortnite turns short characters into skins, those being either putting them into mechs, which we'll talk about a bit later, and then literally just stretching them out. Sometimes even do the opposite and take big characters and make them smaller to work as skins, like Godzilla or Huggy Wuggy. Jake and Cake from Adventure Time are probably the most notable examples of stretching out characters though, and also the ones that make the most sense considering they both have stretching powers in universe. I do like these skins, although I think Cake should have been her humanoid design. That would have been cool, at least like an edit style, you know? Some other examples would be characters like Terrible Tornado, who is canonically so short they made her her own back bling, and Ed from Ed, Edd n Eddy, who, if you compare to his Fortnite model, you'll see the two of them look nothing alike. His proportions were changed a lot, but I think they still actually managed to make this skin look really, really good. Unlike, say, I don't know, Danny Phantom. What the fuck happened here, dude? I think Butch Hartman modeled these himself. Sam looks fine, I guess, but Jesus Christ, Danny. They made his head and face way too small, gave him these weird tiny hands, and made his chest way too wide. He looks like a guy in a Danny Phantom cosplay. I have no clue how they landed on this as the final model. There are other skins similar to this too, which aren't exactly stretched out per se, but just had some of their more cartoony proportions toned back and made more realistic, I guess you could say. The main two that come to mind being Hatsune Miku and Mordecai. Mordecai has slightly beefier legs, more like broad shoulders, just overall a slightly more humanoid body. And then Miku, they kind of beefed her up a little bit. Like, compare Fortnite Miku to most official art and renders of her, and you'll see what I mean. Then we have the aforementioned mech skins, some of the most controversial amongst the community. It all started back in Chapter 2, Season 7 with the Rick and Morty collab. Rick was the Battle Pass headliner, sure, and Morty was a shop skin. When Morty was revealed, however, the skin was of him in this little mech suit since he'd be too short and skinny for a skin normally. This is commonly regarded as one of the worst mech skins. Like, yeah, I liked you better as a pickaxe Morty. But I mean, I don't know, I like the skin personally. At least his mech is a one-to-one rip of something from the show. Honestly, if they released the skin today, I don't even think he'd be in a mech. They'd probably just do what they did with Ed. The next mechs came in Chapter 6, Season The Simpsons, with Bart the Simpsons and Lisa the Simpsons. Sorry, no Mecha Maggie. They made that bitch a fucking glider. I think Bart's mech is, like, fine again. Its design is inspired by something from the show, although Lisa's is kinda ass, I must admit. Sure, it's cool looking, I guess, but also, this is one of the just, like, fully made-up mechs for Fortnite, which kinda sucks. Also, their Lego styles are fucking terrifying. Finally, we have the most recent mechs, the South Park skins, with each of the 5 main boys getting their own mech. mech. 3 of them are, again, directly inspired off things from the show, and the other 2, while being original, are still jam-packed full of references, and I gotta be honest, I love these skins. I will admit I wasn't a fan when they were first revealed, but, like, after actually getting to play with them all, they've really grown on me. Hartman is probably my favorite mech skin in the game. It being Osmo themed is the obvious choice, but it just works so well. I like Butters' too, being based off his mech from the video game, The Fractured Butthole. I also really love Kenny's just because of just how many little details and references there are to the show on it. These skins made both Hooters and global warming canon to the Fortnite storyline. This is crazy. I also want to mention the Ninjago skins because they're a special case. Fortnite gives LEGO styles to almost every skin to use in the LEGO game modes, even characters who don't have minifigures IRL. Side note, but I really love the Fortnite Mo Sizzlack model. I like his fucking beak. Anyways, last year we got the Ninjago collab, which was the first time Fortnite actually had to work backwards and turn LEGO characters into regular skins instead of the other way around, which technically gave us our first canon human designs for the Ninjago cast, which is honestly really funny. By the time of writing, we only have Kai, Jay, Cole, and Zane, and you know what? I like him. Kai was the first one to be revealed, and I gotta be honest, he's my least favorite one, so he really wasn't a great indicator for the rest of the collab, in my opinion. The skin's not horrible or anything, I just feel like he looks a bit generic. I think it's mainly the hair, it just feels way too flat. It should be taller and more spiky. I mean, just look at his actual Lego style, then compare it to the regular skin. You see what I mean? But then the other 3 came out, and I love them. Jay is probably my least favorite outfit, but I like his face. Yeah, it's basically exactly how you imagine he'd look. Zane's probably my favorite. He looks like Colossus, but like specifically Colossus in the Deadpool movies. And then Cole is my second favorite. Again, I think they translate his design perfectly. He looks basically exactly how you'd expect. Half white, half Chinese. There are 3 more skins a part of this collab, those being Lloyd, Nia, and Wu, who are dropping sometime later this year, but they haven't been revealed yet, so fuck them. Finally, let's talk about sidekicks. Sidekicks are Fortnite's newest way of adding characters who are too small to receive skins to the game. What before would either be a mech or a backbling is now a lil guy who can follow you around all game and cost the same price as a skin. These have given us characters like SpongeBob, Baby Groot, Rigby, Towley, Tung Sahor, apparently. I guess that's a good segue into leaked collabs, things that aren't in the game yet, but are rumored to be coming eventually. We have stuff like the aforementioned Ninjago Wave 2 and Triple T, but I want to highlight Ben 10. A Ben 10 collab is apparently in the works, and I'm really wondering how they're going to do it, because there's a lot of source material to pull from. They might do a Ben mech skin, I hope not, but also I'm not really expecting them to. They'll probably either make him a stretched out skin, again, like Ed, if they use his 10-year-old design, or, you know, what I'm expecting, they'll just use one of his many aged up designs. They could do Alien Force / Ultimate Alien Ben, Omniverse Ben, maybe some kind of like original combination of the two. Hell, Ben 10,000 if they're daring enough. I've also seen people wondering if they'll sell each alien as a separate skin. I'm really hoping not, and that they're just styles for Ben, but also Tim Sweeney is a heartless bastard, so honestly I could see him doing that, but I wouldn't really expect it. I really hope it's just one skin that has 10 built-in emotes so you can be whoever you want. That'd be amazing. I know not every alien work is a skin, but also you guys have like 20 years of history to pull from, okay? You can find at least 10 aliens that'd fit, okay? I do think it would be cool if we got some of the smaller aliens as sidekicks like Grey Matter or Upchuck. See, I brought this whole rant about Ben 10 back to what I said this paragraph was about. This wasn't a completely unrelated side tangent after all. In conclusion, what the fuck was this video? I didn't go into this with like an overall point or structure in mind or anything. I just wanted to ramble about some Fortnite skins. So, yeah. Really excited for that Ben 10 collab. It started when an alien device did what it did and stuck itself upon his wrist with secrets that it hid. Now he's got superpowers, he's no ordinary kid, he's Ben 10. Ben 10!
My name is Cleveland Brown, and I am proud to be right back in my hometown with my new family.